Hello everyone, it is I, G-Hoozy. Thank you, Astro. I just needed to bug fix something. So as you guys know, I am rolling out the stream upgrades. I'm rolling out the Discord upgrades. I'm going to be upgrading left, right, and center. But we're trying to not be so all or nothing in our lives right now. We're trying to be more reasonable in our lives right now. So instead of rolling out every single upgrade at the same time and then freaking out because nothing works, I'm trying to do a little bit here and there, so you won't see any big dramatic things. But you guys have already had the upgraded commands, so don't forget that you can squad up with me at appropriate points in stream now. You can battle each other as cows, and you can collect cute catchery things, and there was something else as well, I think. Oh yeah, and when I raid, I get to see cute little, when I'm raided, we get cute little kittens. So we've got some little upgrades going on. I've streamlined the interactions. I've brought back Pando. We'll see how you guys feel about him, to be honest. So Gishin's back for now, but we'll see how that goes. I do still have my sound alerts. Sound alerts still going strong. That's a point. Do they show up on my Twitch page? Astral, are they a panel on my Twitch profile? The sound alerts. Let me see. I could probably check for myself, couldn't I? Yep. Ah, they are. Okay, good. You should, unless someone's broken something, and that someone would, of course, be me, you should notice that most of my sound alerts are actually free. Although they are bit redeems, most of them are 0 bits. If that has changed, I need to go in and fix it. But it should mean that, with the exception of the ones I really don't want you to do, if you're going to traumatize me, you have to pay. Yeah, what other updates have I got for you guys? I feel like so much is going on. Oh yeah, horror games are coming back. Yeah, horror streams. Oh, it can't be seen on the panel. Okay, so when you said yups, that was yups, you can do it, not yups, not yups that it is. Is that correct? Have I understood this correctly? I will fix it. I'll be right back then. I will fix sound alerts. I should have the ones on panels, and you should be able to 0 bits a bunch of them. I don't know why it's not showing up. Okay. I'll go and have a check. Is it showing as an overlay? Astral. I think I moved it because no one was using them, and they're free. They're free. Well, they should be. Not all of them. Some of the jump scares aren't. You have to pay channel points or bits for those. And obviously, my least favorite 2 sounds in the whole world are not going to be. Again, I need at least some channel points, if not some money for those. But all the generic ones, all of my favorite ones, all of the classic React to GHey existing ones should be. Like, for example...
Stand away, you smell like feet! Leave me alone!
Oh no, I'm dying. I'm deceased. I am deceased. I am cease and desisted. It is. I have many. I think all of my sound clips are either Little Misfortune, John Wick, or Invader Zim. I'm pretty sure. Oh, and I've got a couple of IT crowd ones, don't I? Yeah, there we go. It's just how we roll here, guys. It's just how we roll. Okay, we are... It is Clown Fiesta today. We are Clown Fiestering. Very exciting, I know. You were just thinking, what could possibly be more exciting? Oh, wow, a Clown Fiesta? Yes, a Clown Fiesta. That's what's happening here. A Clown fiesta. One whole clown fiesta. And it's Morgana. It's actually, I think, going to be quite a short one today. Because we did Kale before my couple of weeks break from Clown Fiesta. And we have to do Morgana next. That's just like required. This does mean that next Monday there will be new, not next Monday, yes, next Monday there will be new League recordings. So it's been a while, so you'll have some new League start times, which means I'll have to record them at the weekend. Oh, my life is such a struggle. It's struggle. Wait, what date is it? Oh my god, I made a mistake at work. It's fine, I'll fix it tomorrow. It's not a big mistake. So Morgana is the Fallen, and we've already established that Kale is obviously very good guy coded, and Morgana is very bad guy coded. But actually, I think Morgana's the good guy. But I think that's deliberate for once. They are actually doing the whole good is not always good and evil is not always evil play. So let's see where we're going with Morgana the Fallen. Only those you love can break your heart. Now that's nonsense. Do not underestimate my need to be adored by people even if I hate them. My need to be loved by everyone is so strong that it actually could be the force that holds together the nucleus. Conflicted between her celestial and mortal natures, Morgana bound her wings to embrace humanity and inflicts her pain and bitterness upon the dishonest and the corrupt. She rejects laws and traditions she believes are unjust and fights for truth from the shadows of Demacia, even as others seek to repress it by casting shields and chains of dark fire. More than anything else, Morgana truly believes that even the banished and the outcast may one day rise again. She's so amazing. What a queen. We love her. Alright, already, we don't even need to do stream. Already decided Morgana better than Kale. Confirmed. More interesting, more morally appropriate, and better clothes. Like, what's this? This is some emo kid fantasy. I love this for us. I love this for us. We haven't got really into the darkest side of Demacia yet. Do we get into that with any of the champions, Astro? Because obviously Poppy isn't the dark side of Demacia, like, at all. And Kale just kind of touches on the edges of it in the story. Ah, yeah, okay, we are going to get to that part. Okay, cool. I was going to say, I feel like we've not really made it clear, have we, just how absolutely vile Demacia is yet. Okay, we should read her lore story though, shouldn't we? So, pew. Morgana the Fallen. Whether through death... Oh, do you know what I haven't done today? I have no idea if Astro was intending to join us, but I totally forgot to join the VC. He must think I'm a right idiot. Or he's thinking, thank goodness, because I wasn't intending to join anyway. I hope he knows he doesn't have to join. It's an optional extra. Oh no. Can't even find it. Can't even find it. Bam. The girl's gone in. Look at that, chat. Hang on. You can't look at that because I haven't technically set it up yet. Bear with, chat. Bear with. Oh my goodness. I've just realized none of this screen is set up. Oh no. Okay. This is where my procrastination has come back to hurt me. Okay, let's put the cat over my head. Let's put Gishin in his place up in Le Corner. Let's turn Astral's sound on. A little Fugue's appeared, but his sound's still off. Let's fix that. Properties. Hello, glitched oh, wait, no, his sound. Wait. No, I just did a stupid. Okay. Ba-dam! Hello, glitched Astro.
Hello, hello.
Look at that. Could you just speak one more time for me?
Hello, this is me, Astro.
My goodness. Yeah. He's basically here when I inevitably get angry, so he can confirm to me that all the things I'm angry about are absolutely correct.
Yes,
Yeah.
I can confirm.
I've never had an incorrect opinion in my life. Okay. Do. Boo! Oh no. Let's get back to this. Okay. Remember, if you like listening to my uninterrupted actual reads, I do place them on YouTube as recordings every Monday after the streams they have happened the week before. So you can just listen to me reading the lore stories if you wish, because I generally devolve into small rants throughout the stream. Whether through destiny or circumstance, Morgana and her sister were born to a world in conflict. The cataclysmic rune wars had ripped through most of Valoran and Shurima, and seemed poised to engulf even the peaks of Targon. Morgana's parents, Mihira and Kilam, knew the legends of the great mountain granting divine power. They saw no other choice than to attempt the long and perilous journey if their tribe was to be saved. Even when they learned Mihira was with child, they could not turn back. Finally, where Runeterra touches the stars, Kilam watched in wonder and fear as Mihira was chosen to embody the aspect of justice. The couple returned not only with the salvation they sought, but twin daughters, Morgana and Kael. However, the celestial power that claimed Mihira began to overshadow her mortal personality and affections. She would often push the girls into their father's arms, abandoning them to answer battle's call. This feels like this entire story is trying to shade working women, I'm just saying. Woman gets a little bit of success and now look, she's failing as a mother. I'm just saying. For many months, uncertainty gnawed Akilam, jealous of his wife's success. Got it. The wars still raged on countless fronts, and his beloved wife was slipping away. Fearing for his daughter's safety, he waited for Mihira to leave once more, then fled Targon with them both. Though their destination did not yet have a name, it would become known as a haven from magic and persecution. Whoa. Whoa.
You read that right.
A haven from persecution? I mean, it depends who you are.
Yes, it depends.
The kingdom of Demacia. There, the twins grew different as day and night. While Kael studied the settlement's growing set of laws, nothing comes of people just writing lots and lots of rules, dark-haired Morgana became troubled by their distrust of new arrivals. Pro-immigration, good girl. Knowing what it was to be a refugee, she wandered the wilds, talking to wayward mages and others cast out for the dangers they might bring. Okay, so we're starting to touch on the problems of Demacia. At home, she felt her father's heartbreak at leaving Mihira behind, and grew bitter at her mother for causing such pain. Morgana's fears that she and Kael might carry some remnant of the aspect's power were eventually confirmed, when a great blade wreathed in shadow and starfire fell from the heavens. As it pierced the ground, splitting in two, feathered wings burst from the girl's shoulders. Their father wept at the sight of them each taking up half the weapon, and turned away even as Morgana reached out to comfort him. While Kael embraced their new calling, rallying an order of judicators to enforce the laws. That girl just loves her a rule. Ooh, something she doesn't have to engage brain about. Okay. Morgana resented her gifts, until the night their settlement was raided. Killam found himself surrounded as the fighting spread. In that moment, Morgana rushed to shield him, burning his attackers to ash. Together, the sisters saved countless lives and were hailed as the winged protectors of Demacia. But Kale grew more extreme in her ideologies. I love that we're finally describing how extremist Kale is. And Morgana increasingly found herself pleading the case of those who wanted to atone for their crimes. An accord was struck between the sisters and their mortal devotees that was uneasy and did not last. Kale's most ardent disciple, Ronas, came to arrest Morgana himself. Attempting to protect her penitent followers, she shackled him with dark flame until he fell to the floor, dead. I'm gonna be honest here, right? Kale gets all mental at this, but it was your fucking dude who decided to ignore the agreement. It's him who decided to go rogue. And if you're a rule follower, shouldn't that, like, annoy you? Shouldn't you be like, man broke some rules, get some consequences? Yeah, that's how it works. Divine fire lit the city from above as Kale swore to bring Ronas's killer to justice, and Morgana met her sister in the skies. They raised their blades, each matching the other with arcs of blinding light and burning darkness that lashed down at the buildings beneath them. It seemed certain that one of them would win, but Morgana faltered when she heard her father's anguished voice. Killam lay in the rubble, mortally wounded. Howling with grief, Morgana hurled her half of the mother's sword at Kale and plunged to the surface like a meteorite. She cradled her father, cursing their inheritance for the destruction around them. Kale landed, dumbstruck, and Morgana demanded to know if the smiting of wicked mortals included Killam, whose crime was stealing them away from their mother. Kale gave no answer, but soared into the heavens without looking back. What an asshole. Didn't even stay to look after her dad. Morgana's wings became an inescapable reminder of her pain. She tried to cut them from her flesh, but could find no blade strong enough. Instead, she bound them with iron chains, resolving instead to walk the world of mortals. Over the centuries, her tale fell into myth, and the name Morgana was all but forgotten. To this day, the people of Demacia venerate the winged protector, but recall only the glory and truth of one sister, while the Morgana's dark outbursts and belief in personal redemption became the mysteries of the Veiled One. Through all of this, she still refuses to abandon those who would seek her aid. Bitter, betrayed, she bides her time in the kingdom's shadows, knowing with certainty that Kale's light will someday return to Runeterra, and all will face her judgment. As magic begins to rise again, Morgana sees that dawn is nearly upon them. Okay, so we do start to get a peep about how magic users are treated here. There's a few references to the whole mage situation a bit more directly. Because up until now, we've just heard about, like, how brutal they were on people who've sinned, right? But the mage stuff has been largely ignored. And the mage stuff is kind of a big deal.
Very, yes. I think this is the turning point for when Demacians really started to hate magic, aside from the Rune Wars.
I also think that given current global affairs, reading Demacia stories right now is crazy appropriate.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh no.
Like, if you couldn't learn from history, you could at least learn from League of Legends lore stories.
Yeah, at least they somewhat can kind of relate to real life problems. So there you go.
Okay. I guess we continue. Prayer to a crumbling shrine. So this, remember, all the champions have their like biography story, and then they have a short story, and then some of them have extra stories. We're not going to be reading the extra story for Morgana today because the extra story was already read when we did Kale. It was the Canticle of the Winged Sisters. We've done that. We're not doing it again. But we are going to read her short story. This art, I like this piece of art. I actually like this piece. That's crazy. That's crazy. It's not like me. Normally I've got something slightly sassy to say about the arts, but I actually quite like this. Ugh. Oh, you gave Gishin a treat.
Can't forget about the little guy.
I love my ghost little guy. Okay, let's read this Preto Crumbling Shrine. Okay. Rin stubbed his toe on a root and stumbled, catching himself before he lost his balance. A few paces in front of him, his great aunt looked back. Need my old bones to slow down for you? She chuckled. No, he murmured to his shoes. His great Aunt Peria was snow-haired and stooped with age, although she was still a few inches taller than Rin. He wished he could be as tall as his horrible brother. He would have towered over both of them if he was there. Rinna had never been in this part of the woods before. The pine trees grew closer together, so much that the light of the noonday sun had diminished to a glimmer amongst the shadows. Aunt Peria stopped ahead. At first he thought she stood in front of a mossy boulder, but as he caught up, he saw the remains of a stone figure eroded by time. Rin fiddled with the rocks in his pocket. Aha! Do you know who this is? Asked Aunt Peria. Some old noble from the city, said Rin. Oh no, said Aunt Peria cheerfully. To many, she was no more than a shadow and a myth, a figure known as the Veiled One. Aunt Peria lifted up her lantern toward the figure. The statue's left arm was missing from the shoulder, but her right palm was open, as if inviting them forward. Upon her head was what must have once been a delicate stone shroud, now coated in vines. Feathered stubs rose from her shoulders, broken and weathered. Rin could see that part of her face had crumbled garishly, and he shivered. The unbroken half of her face was not much better. Her remaining eye was marked with stains, and her expression was spiteful, as if she was about to spit out sour milk. Don't like her? Aunt Peria said, amused. You are not the only one. She is not the most beloved, but she knows all about revenge. Rin's eyes widened. He thought he'd been so careful. Yes, I heard the rocks clacking around your pocket. I know you're planning to get back at your brother. He didn't mean to hurt you, you know. He hit me in the eye with the blunt of his axe, Rin cried. What do you think he meant to do? Shouldn't he be the one who gets a lesson? He was showing you where to chop wood. You know he would never hurt you on purpose, said Aunt Peria. He deserves his own black eye. And if you gave him one, what lesson do you think he would learn from that, Rin did not think Aunt Peria would much like his response, so he stayed silent. Smart kid, I wish more people knew that. It's okay to just shut up sometimes, guys. It's okay. No answer? A story then, said Aunt Peria. Now listen. Rin sat himself down in front of the statue. With a sigh, he leaned his head against his hand. Long ago, in the deepest, darkest woods, where the trees grew together so tightly no sign of the sky or stars was visible, the Veiled One lived, far away from any settlement. Though few spoke with her, it was believed that she was older than dawn, sharper and wiser than any in the land. Those with disputes they could not solve themselves would come to her for final judgment, to seek wisdom, absolution, and occasionally punishment. But they did so with caution, for it was also known that her lessons could be severe. One day, a cleric and his pupil entered the woods to find the Veiled One, for the pupil had erred. The pupil had acted in anger against his elder, striking him with a censer. Smouldering incense had scarred the cleric's face with a grotesque burn. The pupil knew he had done wrong and wanted to repent. The two had journeyed a day and a night before they found the Veiled One. They entered a cavern illuminated by candles. Water dripped from the ceiling and strange potions lined the walls. It stank of grave soil and moss. Dozens of raven black feathers littered the floor. A figure silently emerged from the shadows to meet them. The Veiled One. A black shroud hid most of her features from sight, but her eerily violet eyes shone through. Her feet were bare on the cold stone floor. As the pupil told his tale, she gazed at him with an unbroken stare. I see that your actions were no accident, spoke the Veiled One at last. Her voice, though rarely heard, was barbed like a thorn bush. You acted with purpose and certainty, and yet now you feel much pain at having hurt your master. I wish to atone for my sins so that I may rid myself of this guilt, he said. Guilt can teach many things to a heart humbled by intent. Why did you strike your master? She asked. It was an act of anger. I was wrong, said the pupil. Perhaps. What caused your anger? Asked the Veiled One. The pupil looked to his cleric and cast his eyes down. In my foolishness, I sought to end his lesson to another student, said the pupil. And what was that lesson? Before the pupil could answer, the cleric interrupted. My students require instruction in myriad ways, he said. I teach them manners, patience, and restraint. If I must, I will use the lash. I do not enjoy it. These lessons are my sacred duty. The Veiled One peered at the cleric. Behind the shroud, her eyes seemed to bore into him. But you do enjoy them, she said. I beg, tell me, scarred master, are your lessons truly for the good of your students, or do you punish them to relish their suffering? Said the Veiled One. No, the pupil interrupted. He can't have, he cares about us. The cleric raised his hand and struck the boy. I don't need your lying breath to defend me, spat the cleric, his scarred face vivid with anger. The Veiled One opened her palm and chained the cleric to her with dark fire. The bindings glimmered with immaterial violet light, but the cleric could not break them as he struggled. You came to me for another's punishment, she hissed, but you ignore your own sins. Your sick pride swells as they come back to you, cleric. Since you refuse to look yourself, I will make you feel the pain you caused. Through the chains that bound them, the Veiled One forced him to endure all of the shame, suffering, and loneliness he had inflicted on his pupils. For an instant, the cleric's heart stopped, as a great weight he had never known constricted his very soul. He fell to his knees, fixed in place by bitter torment, as shadowed flames licked his flesh. "Stop, please stop," the student cried. "Please, punish me in his place. He has suffered enough." "You defend him. Even now?" said the Veiled One. "This wretch has much to learn ere death's mercy lays claim. He alone must feel the pain he has caused, so he may never hurt another. You came here seeking understanding. Its burden is now yours to bear." The pupil did not show his face at his cloister for many days, but when hunger and fatigue overcame him, he finally forgot his fear of his master's lash. Upon his return, he found the cleric a different man. Where his elder had been cruel and uncaring, he was patient and gentle. For though the burn on his face had not yet healed, the Veiled One's lesson had cut far deeper. Aunt Perius set her lantern down at the base of the statue. Half her stone grey face was lost to darkness, with flickering shadows running down her shroud like tears. "Be careful, Rin, when wishing for punishment. Can you teach a lesson that will make your brother a better person? Even if he did hit you on purpose, there is no sense in you punishing him selfishly." Rin felt the rocks in his pocket. "I guess my brother did say he was sorry. After I fell down from getting hit in the eye," he said. He begrudgingly dropped the rocks to the forest floor. "Wonderful. Let us give thanks to the Veiled One." Aunt Peria opened her lantern and blew the candle out. "Remember, revenge is an act of pride, but teaching is selfless," she said. "In case you forget, I'll be watching you. Ha! And the Veiled One might be too." Rin watched the smoke curl and unfold around the statue's empty stone eye, shrouding the figure in shadow. When he looked back, Aunt Peria had set off through the trees back towards the village. Rin hurried to catch up. "Oh, Morgana has such wholesome little stories. What? That's not very League. That's not some horrible turn of events that ruin everyone's lives."
Nope, nothing. Morgana's just, "I forgive you, so you repent," or something among those things.
My goodness. Let me just have a sipperoo of my drinkeroo. Okay. Oh, my cat's being adorable, but it's all off camera, guys. Just gonna have to take my word for it. I'm having some malagreement happening right in before my eyes. Okay. We're gonna have a little video now, which means I need to change my audio temporarily. Boop, 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 boop. What? Okay. Struggle bus. Let's do it. Alright, well let's watch. I think we've seen this before, but Morgana does have a lot going on, so we'll stick with it. Wait. Has my chat box broken on my stream? What? How did I not notice that? Give me a second, chat. Give me a second. Let me see what's going on down there. Oh no, it's not broken. Oh, it's kind of broken? Well, that's super weird. Do you know what, chat? We're going to go on a little ad break and I'm going to try and fix this and I'll see you on the other side. Hello, my name is Just Jihei, and you might know me from such classics as Kidnapping Filipinos, Platonic Men in My Basements, and my iconic attempts at scuff-free streams. Wow! Yes, you heard it, scuff-free streams. After many years of work, tireless effort, I have created a product that can scuff-free streams and sprays it right in your face. So if you are fed up of scuffed streams, chatters saying such things as, "Have you tried turning it off and on again? Your mic is muted. Your mic is muted. Your mic is muted. Game volume too loud. Model lagging. And more. Then please purchase Scuff Be Gone. Scuff Be Gone is the product you can spray in your face and never have to worry about scuff ever again. Scuff Be Gone's retail price varies from region to region and has an excessive price gouging addition. No guarantees are made of Scuff Be Gone's ability to actually remove scuff. Alright, we're back, chat. We're back. We're back. Hope you enjoyed that brief interlude. Fiesta! I will hydrate again. I'm just hydrating now. It's okay, we're getting down. Okay, chat box should be looking a bit better now, hopefully. We'll see how it goes. Gotta get that multi-chat going, that's the thing. I know we said we were going to leave Star Guardian until after we've done everything else, but I think we might have like, I don't know, at some time of year we might do a Star Guardian special set or something. Because I do want to get more into Star Guardian, if that makes sense. Okay, we're going to wrap up with some skins. Okay, we already established how I feel about the default skin. We'll move on. Okay, what have we got here? Exiled Morgana. Okay, well, okay, that's an interest. I'm gonna guess that part of the problem here is that they probably try and put Morgana and Kale in skin sets together.
Yeah, that's kind of. Yeah,
And skin sets that are gonna lean well into Kale's aesthetic aren't necessarily gonna lean well into Morgana's and vice versa.
Sadly, yes.
Because I think Morgana looks stupid in this one.
I agree.
But I do think that Kale's looks quite good. Comparatively. Okay, you guys know how I feel about these skin sets. I can't judge them. But also, what the hell? What in the OnlyFans is happening here? This literally looks like an OnlyFans girl's Twitter pic.
Yeah.
This is so bad. Okay. I do like Blade Mistress Morgana. I do think it's quite cool.
Oh, it's one of her cool skins. Yeah, it's good.
I do think this one's quite cool. Makes her look cool. I'm being nice about skins, guys. We should, like, alert the authorities. Oh, okay. I've not seen this one before.
Oh, that's good.
I think I like this skin in principle. I don't like this artwork of this skin. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does make sense.
I like the idea of this skin on Morgana, but I don't like the way the, like, leaves look. They look too flat to me.
They could do a little bit more with this skin, but I guess like at the time that this skin was released, like it was before she got an art rework twice in a row.
But you know, all they need is a different shading style on the leaves in this artwork. The actual skin itself, I have no objection to. I just don't like the way the rendering on the artwork. It's not my vibe.
Yeah, I agree.
Also, what is with her chest size changing? Because you can visibly see her chest size here, and then you go back to here, and she's gone up like 6 cup sizes. Morgana, you're having a lot of fluctuation, girl. And as a fellow larger in front person, while I feel that struggle, you've got something else going on. Okay, I'm not even going to click on it. I predict I'm going to like Ghost Bride Morgana. Okay, shall we see?
Go.
Oh my god, I love it. And it's very rare anything with cool hues and tones do I say I love. But I love this. Is this pre or post rework?
That's pre-rework.
I was about to say, her face doesn't have the League face yet. But I couldn't tell if that was just this artist's style, or if they actually hadn't broken her face yet.
They haven't broken her face.
She's got a very, like, elfy, like, fae-like face still here. But look at that.
Yeah,
Look
now
at
that
the
you
eyes.
actually mentioned it.
And the corset lines, oh, it's incredible. Unfortunately, I would never have this skin because it's blue.
That's fair.
And my need to have red-themed things wins over everything. I don't like, I've seen this one before, I don't like Victorious Morgana. It looks like a bad Disney villainess cosplay. Like a dress up. Not like a cosplay, like a dress up.
That's actually like one of the skins before if you reach gold. I guess now, like when you get to gold 4, you automatically get the skin because that's Riot changes to honor skins.
If I got to gold 4 and this was what they gave me as a prize, I think I would riot at Riot. What the hell?
That won't be the only victorious skin, but yeah, you'll see the rest of them. I agree, it looks bad, but the rest, I guess, it gets past somewhat.
What is this?
Oh my god.
Is it a Lunar New Year thing?
Yeah, it's a Lunar New Year thing.
Yeah, no,
That's
this is
one of the-
actually disgusting. I'm sorry to the artist who drew this. I am sure you were acting to a, like, requirement or whatever. But this is awful.
That's one of the few, like, first lunar skins.
She doesn't look like Morgana, but she also doesn't look interesting enough to get away without looking like Morgana anymore.
Yeah, I know what you mean there.
And I hate, and the color palette makes me want to vom. I know it's because they wanted to include jade as a color. I'll have opinions on that anyway. But like, what? Let's just move on before I say anything offensive. Oh, only found shot. I like the skin though. I do actually quite like the skin.
Oh yeah, the Halloween skin. One of the, I guess, second batch for the Halloween skin.
I guess Morgana's kind of made for Halloween skins, isn't she?
Yeah. The color scheme and all, like even her default screams, I'm meant for Halloween skins.
Okay, let's do a little prediction. I think I'm gonna hate Majestic Empress Morgana. I'm gonna love Coven Morgana. I'm going to dislike or feel neutral about Dawnbringer, and the Prestige Bewitching. I'm going to say it's nice, but it's not as good as the actual one because I always think the Prestige ones are a downgrade. Because by Prestige, they just mean they make everything white and gold.
Yes.
That's not Prestige. That's just losing your color palette. Okay, let's have a look. I actually like it. Okay, I don't hate it. But how is that a Morgana skin?
What skin?
How is that a Morgana skin? How is that Morgana?
Majestic Empress.
Doesn't have her body, doesn't have her face, doesn't have her hair, doesn't really technically have her hands. It has her wings unbound, I guess. It's like the least Morgana-y Morgana they could have done.
Yeah, I agree with you.
But I like the skin. If this was a independent champion of its own, I would love
would've been
this.
good, yeah.
This would slay. I love everything about it, except for the fact that it's supposed to be Morgana. It was like when we watched that most recent League video, and we were like, and I told you, guess what champion this is supposed to be? And you were like,
Oh my god, yeah, no, I got confused, like, what the heck is that?
and all the comments were great. Okay, I nailed it. I love this.
Oh, Coven Morgana.
Okay, so I think people think that if they don't look exactly the same, I don't like them, right? If it's not purple hair, if it's not whatever. So, no, you can make a champion look very different to their original design and still maintain the spirit of the champion, and I think this does it. This to me still feels like Morgana. Even though, visually, there are a lot of non-Morgana elements to it. Also, that outfit is amazing, and if I get my dressmaking skills back on point, I will definitely be cosplaying this.
Up, on that one, up, yes, up.
Because, wow, that is a fabulous dress.
I know, right?
And it's an excuse for me to get a blonde wig.
Oh, yeah, true.
Okay. It's
Oh, don't get me started on Dawnbringer.
I don't really care either way. It's it's okay. I don't begrudge anyone else having it, but I wouldn't get it. Although, what is going on with her halo?
I don't.
Nowadays, that's the sort of stuff that would get people drawing circles at it, trying to accuse it of being AI.
Yeah, good point. Oh no, I can't unsee this.
Because it just doesn't make any kind of sense.
I can't unsee it anymore.
That's weird. Okay, that's weird. Are you ready for me to inevitably tell you that the Prestige one is fine? It's just not actually any benefit or niceness over the original.
Yeah,
Oh,
actually,
look,
no.
it's white and gold and blonde hair because that's prestige.
I share the same opinion with you with all prestige.
Do you know what the
skins
only
because-
good thing about this picture is?
Yeah.
There's a cat.
Oh my god, wait, this is a cat. No. I didn't know. I generally.
Okay, this is actually though one of my least favorite prestige ones because most of the prestige ones I feel kind of neutrally about, but I actually quite liked the last skin enough that it didn't annoy me that they've done the weird boob thing they do with her, right? But I actually I'm wrong. I thought I would be neutral on this and just say it's not a prestige. I think I actually dislike the prestige skin this time.
It's just bad.
Why does this have a prestige version? I don't understand.
It's Riot's need to, cater to the people who want prestige skins on their mains, or else they suffer their.
Okay,
wrath
but this
of-
is the stupidest one to make prestige.
I agree. That why? No.
Okay, let's make some more predictions. Star Nemesis Morgana, I'm going to like. Snow Moon Morgana, I'm to like. Porcelain Morgana, I'm going to like. And Spirit Blossom Morgana, I'm going to like. I think I'm going to like all four of these. Yes.
Get those predictions.
Okay. Yes. But I wish they hadn't given her white hair. I don't know why. I don't know why, but I don't like the white hair. I know it's to match the color palette of the thing, but I just, I don't know, just.
It looks off. Yeah, now that you've
But I
actually
do like,
set it up.
I do like the Star Nemesis outfit.
It gets a pass. It gets a pass. It's one of her, I guess, few cooler skins.
It's not my style. I would never get it, but I do like it.
Yeah.
I love this. This is pretty. I will admit this one is lacking a bit. You know when they said that is it still Morgana?
Yeah.
This is lacking a bit in the is it still Morgana stakes.
Oh.
But remember in the first one I said, and it's not cool enough to get away with it. This one is cool enough to get away with it.
Actually, yeah.
Look at that, man. I love the heterochromia in her eyes and in her hands.
Wait. Okay. The rest of her skins, she never had. I think heterochromia. I think this is her first one.
This is recolor this in like Lunar New Year colors, and you'd have had a better Lunar New Year skin as well.
Oh yeah, actually. That's true.
I love the porcelain skins. Yes, porcelain Morgana is great.
I've never seen the porcelain skin Morgana one.
I love that they made her porcelain more purple than blue.
Okay, this gets a pass from me. Riot, good job.
I love her hair. I will say they do good on Morgana's hair quite a lot.
Yeah, they at least redeemed themselves.
The
with
only
that
thing
one.
I wish is I wish they'd given her more interesting hands. Maybe porcelain themed hands. Because her hands don't have to be pink fleshy mortal hands. Like that's very un-Morgana to have anyway. They could have given her more creative hands, I think, and like it would have still been amazing.
Yeah.
But I love the porcelain skins. Not all of them. I think I've already chatted shit about one.
Yeah. All the details on her wings of the porcelain one. Yeah, that's a cool detail.
I like this. Okay, the next one is Spirit Blossom, and we know I kind of feel a way about Spirit Blossom, but I think I'm gonna like Morgana's. Yeah, I like Morgana's. I like Morgana's Spirit Blossom one. That's actually pretty cool. Although, why they always gotta make her slutty? I don't understand.
Good question. I don't know. I don't know.
You know me, I love a bit of booba as much as the next person, but like I want more.
You know what's funny? The first time now that I'm seeing Spirit Blossom Morgana, it kind of looks like Majestic Empress Morgana, just a tiny bit. I could be wrong, but that's how I see it.
Okay, now we're gonna have another prestige skin in a moment, which means I'm going to actively dislike it. Because I don't understand why they think it makes it prestige just to make it flipping... Oh look, it's just gold and white.
Oh my god, not again.
I actually don't hate this entirely. I just don't see how it's prestige anything.
It's not prestige. If anything, it's just...
If this was... if they emphasized the rainbow and the wings a bit more and it had been some kind of pride themed one, I'd have been okay with it. The actual skin itself doesn't offend me. It's just that I'd be really miffed if I was aiming for a prestige skin and what I got was some basic chest plate in gold and white hair. I'd be like, cool.
Nice.
But this is supposed to be something special. That's what it is. I think it's the fact they're supposed to be special and they always are so basic. Yeah, basic. And just that's what bothers me. A lot of the prestige skins would be okay if they weren't being called prestige. That's the bit. They're not prestige. They're average.
That's
average.
Riot standard for prestige, I think.
Yeah, no, I'm getting used to it now. Don't expect any actual prestige in prestige. Well, okay, let's just take a quick look at what Kale does. So, she is a support slash mage. Kale? We get trouble with that. Morgana is a support slash mage, we already know. Low difficulty, so allegedly easy to play. I call rubbish, because every time they say low difficulty, I find it hard. Drain spirit, healing if she deals damage. No, okay, that's actually quite nice. Dark binding. Okay, simple bind. Okay, I see why she's low difficulty to play. Shadow damage. Oh, okay, damage over time. Shield. Oh, okay, yeah, I can definitely see why she's easy to play. She's got a little bit of everything going on, doesn't she? And soul shackles. Ooh. Okay, yeah. The only thing I would say is her R doesn't seem quite as cool as some other people's.
They could have done better with...
But she does seem like she's got a pretty solid all-round set of abilities.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, after Morgana got a rework, a few people tried to swing her as a jungler. And Riot saw this happen and they were like, nope, back to support lane you go. Nope, back to where you belong.
Is that because did they try and swing in a jungle because she's got such a broad range of abilities?
Yes, and her gank capability is so strong that Riot is like, no fun allowed, sorry.
How did they nerf it out?
I think it's got to do with her Tormented Shadow ability, because that's the one that gives you a really fast jungle clear.
They might probably just reduce the damage she does in some way, didn't they?
The damage on her Tormented Shadow and the healing from her Soul Siphon, I think.
Yeah, because those two would make you pretty OP in the jungle, wouldn't they?
Yes. So combine that with your Dark Bind that would last 3 seconds in max rank. Yeah. You can say goodbye to your game. You're pretty much gonna be given a AFK warning. That's an inside joke for Morgana.
Wow.
Before, actually, Morgana used to be really strong as a support. Now she's just relegated as a kind of like an okay-ish. Depends on how you want to play as Morgana.
I mean, you've Morgana supported for me a couple of times, haven't you?
Yes.
Because you give me a little shieldy shield.
Shield's pretty good.
Yeah, I love having a shield. Alright guys, we're done for tonight, which is great. Because I'm tired. But we will be having recordings go live next Monday on YouTube, so please watch out for them. Okay? It is that important. Oh my goodness, what are you doing, Astro? You're just clapping around.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Let's go and call it a night, guys. See you tomorrow.